The Method Man look-alike. Method's married, are you? Are you? Hi, how are you? Mr. Keithley, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower. Uh-oh.
She's always deserved for this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Vow. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on Vows. We talk about Keith Lee and Taraji P. Henson had a mix-up at the BET Awards. It was a lot of drama going on. Keith Lee felt some type of way about Taraji P. Henson not recognizing him, and Taraji P. Henson tried to recognize him, but Keith Lee was at his feelings, and she felt like at the moment that Keith Lee got a little bit carried out of the way, but we'll get to it in a minute. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag viral here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on Vibes. We talk about TikTok influencer Keith Lee was attending the BET Awards, and Taraji P. Henson was the BET Awards host for the third time. And she had a mishap, and here
The Method Man look-alike. Method's married, are you? Are you? Hi, how are you? Mr. Keithley, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower.
Here's what happened. All right, you saw that mishap with Keith Lee and Taraji P. Henson. Well, things got a little bit intensified and increased as Keith Lee felt some type of way that Taraji P. Henson disrespected him, did not honor him, and she forgot to make mention of him. She thought that Jordan the Stallion was Keith Lee, but she got her things mixed up. And here's what Keith Lee's background, like he normally doing his infamous viral videos. Here's Keith Lee, what he had to say about the Taraji P. Henson incident at the BET Awards. Take a look.
Last night was the BET Awards, and right now it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for one second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife, we looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety. And for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we going to be is going to change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night, and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen, how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on the journey with me and that's still on the journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. I just wish they would have set both of us up for most success in that situation. That's it. God bless you.
All right, Keith Lee had a lot to say, and Keith Lee did not hold back. Keith Lee was trying to be peaceful. He felt like that he was disrespected by Taraji P. Henson and the whole BET Productions crew. Well, Keith Lee had his right in his moment. And Taraji P. Henson was probably got caught up in the moment trying to get on with the show. As you know, many times when you own a award show, you have a lot of time restraints and you don't have time for a lot of stuff. So I think Keith Lee kind of felt some type of way being the audience as Taraji P. Henson was trying to honor him, and she got mixed up about it. Even Keith Lee's wife felt some type of way. It just wasn't a good day for Keith Lee and his family. And a lot of people are saying that Keith Lee was right in his feelings, that Taraji should have known who he was. And most of the time, Taraji P. Henson may have forgotten, was trying to get things going and trying to get caught up with the show and not be no confusion. And I think that was the confusion. Taraji P. Henson confused herself, and a lot of things went on. And I think Keith Lee felt some type of way along with his wife. Taraji P. Henson is considered an A-list star, but you know, most of the times the A-list celebrities know who these internet social media people are. So give and take, you know how that be and how that go. But hey, this is what Taraji P. Henson released in a statement right here. She chimed in on it, saying that she forgot she was a last adjustment, and she didn't know, which she didn't. She knew of Keith Lee, but she didn't recognize the face. So she was thinking about a lot of stuff on her mind and trying to get things going. So hey, you know how that go. All right, we thank you for watching this edition of Viral. But first thing, let's hear what you people had to say. Let's hear what you people had to say about the Taraji P. Henson and Keith Lee situation. Let's take a look.
Q act when he first started doing his food reviews, because I know he wanted people to understand that this was coming from a genuine place. I totally understand that. You know, you don't want to act like all you doing is trying to get famous because it don't look genuine. I get that. But you always are saying that you okay with just being a vessel. As long as you and your family taken care of, that's okay. So when God showed you at that award show that you were only a vessel and that some people may not know you, all it took is for one person, because the rest of the room knew who you were, Keith Lee. All of us that were watching knew who you were. God let one person make you feel like nobody in that room knew who you were, and now he got you asking and praying a different prayer under a post. So, you know, I feel like we all come up short from the things that we really want, and I think Keith Lee, just like us all, is still trying to figure out what he wants. And so he got on here publicly and told us what he wants after God showed him what he's been praying for, which is just to be a vessel. And when you're a vessel, that don't mean you're going to be the most worldwide known name. But now that he's being more clear about that, everybody might know who he is.
DDG, bro. DDG, bro. DDG, bro. DDG, bro. DDG, bro. DDG, bro. DDG. I get your content. DDG, bro. I thought you was
Shorty, why is y'all
Oh my
picking
God,
with
you
Keith
bro,
Lee, bro?
DDG, bro. DDG, bro.
Lee was not happy. He wasn't happy. Taraji P. Henson, I guess, made a mistake. Called someone else Keith Lee. She was doing her little, improv with the microphone. By the way, Taraji, you did a wonderful job. You look good as hell. We love Taraji. And she made a little mistake, but it was comedy. Keith, come on now. You should have been like, hey, you know what? That's all right. Sometimes black people do look alike. But Keith got upset. They gave him a rose, and he recorded himself throwing the rose down because he felt disrespected. He threw the rose on the ground. Man, Keith, come on. And Keith is going to make a new video going, the other day I was at the BET Awards, and I was having a good time. I could not wait. Then Taraji P. Henson, she called someone else Keith Lee. I was upset. So I said, you know what? Let me just hold it back. I'm not going to say nothing. Then she gave me a rose. I didn't like that rose. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 10. I didn't appreciate it. Keith Lee was not happy.
A lot more mixed reviews. Both people were at fault that you may have thought and believed. But hey, that happens in Hollywood. Keith Lee, Taraji saying he had a little ego. His ego got bruised and stuff like that happened. So things happen for a reason. Maybe hopefully let bygones be bygones and move on. That's what Taraji P. Henson wants. I think Keith Lee may have get the message. So hey, we'll see how that's gonna play out eventually between Keith Lee and Taraji P. Henson. It was just an honest mistake. Taraji P. Henson didn't mean no harm, no ill. She even gave Keith Lee flowers, and Keith Lee didn't want them. So hey, you know how that go. All right, I've been your host, Kendrick Dix saying so long. Thank you for watching. Vow.